I see a lot of discourse, especially now that people are finding it on DVD or Amazon or wherever, where people get upset and they say how, this movie is about this queer awakening and she ends up with the dude. I'm curious how you felt about the film ending, regardless of the Josh impact, the fact that, the two women are not together in the end, they're friends, but this love story comes to an end.
Sure. I think, again, like I think because I wasn't out yet and I didn't know a lot about queer culture, the history of queer art and film, at the time I was just like, oh, that's a bummer they don't end up together. I mean, now I'm more educated about stuff like that. I think that, lesbian bed death is kind of a cliche.
Mhm.
But I think it was very much of the time, right? So I think, to my
Fair.
knowledge, those two women do not identify as queer. That was also a thing people were fine. They were fine with two straight identified people making a queer
True.
story.
It's fair.
I think now people would be like, why are you doing that? You don't know what you're talking about. But I think that was a time when that was fine, and or at least when more people thought that was fine. Um, and I think that there also was this really prevalent idea at that time that being a lesbian was a thing you could be, but it also could be a thing that you could visit. Like
Mm.
the phrase "it's a phase" was very, very common. People said that a lot. Well, she's not gay, it's a phase. And so I think like it unfortunately reflects a lot of that mentality of that time period. I think if that movie were to drop today, it might be
Right.
seen as more of like an exploration of the spectrum. Because I don't think it's insane that two
No,
women who dated men their whole lives
of
would both
course.
would both be like, "Hey, let me try dating a woman," and that one of them would be like, "Oh shit, this is where I'm supposed to be," and that one of them would be like, I really liked Helen, but I think I'm actually straight. I think that is a journey that a lot of people go on now, and that might be more of a discussion of the spectrum. It might be more discussion of bisexuality.
Yeah,
Whereas I
I
think,
was actually going to ask you if you actually think she does identify as straight by the end of the movie because I kept getting vibes that she was just asexual based, especially based on the argument that they had. The reason they broke up was that she just wanted like romance and friendship, and that wasn't enough for and that's a valid, I think,
sure,
reason
I
for
mean,
people to
yeah,
break up with each other if you're not on the same page.